Well, yeah, okay. I see what you've done there. And I think one of the keys with this map as well, it doesn't play linear. You're not just having a full court press, right? The way that you clear out certain areas, the way that you pressure sites is not necessarily done in the 1, 2, 3s.
Well, in a pistol round, you can't go through all of the dots of the I's and crossing of the T's. The T's opt for Fountain. Gonna just be probing their way through. Little Fasher dispatch towards Underpass to make sure no funny business from the CT is aggressive. He will join the pack.
And speaking of aggressive, in the post-game interview with Nikodos, we heard him talking to Banks about that aggression. Said similar style as Furia. I'm not too sure if anybody wants to be running that right now. Furia down a map to IHC. And down is Breno. A face full of lead. Nikodos right there with the P250 straight between the eyes. And now they get a bit more spring in their step.
Yeah, and no one's on A.
No. Not at all.
No.
That's a problem. A big problem. Exit does have a flash, but he can't flash for anybody because nobody's with him. Henny through connector. Insani will follow. Tuurtle going to come around the world. I guess we'll watch Fasher try and deathmatch.
Is this just like a happy accident, or do you think Fnatic have noted that they might be starting a little heavy on the B lean? Here's Exit tucked in. Maybe he can counter an element of surprise onto... No, I've answered that question, or rather Cryptas. Great tap to the head, Exit's gone, and yeah, this only gets more difficult from here. An uphill struggle for the Glock of mezii. roeJ now just making sure they can putt it in. They're on the green. Just need to tap it in as the tap comes in from the CTs. Oh no, it's fallen apart. Do they have the kit?
No time.
Okay, good grief. I got nervous for a moment. Tuurtle again with an impactful pistol. Give this man a Julie every pistol round from here on out.
If he has the silenced M4 on, he can actually have an M4 on Kevlar. And oh, some techies moves just there getting on the shelving unit. If they wanted to force right now, MIBR might be having a juicy look. But yeah, Tuurtle, not only can he defend, he can also attack with these dual Berettas. No skin on it though. We might need to fix that.
Jeez Louise, so many bullets. But Fnatic will take it, and a nice call. You put a P250, you take him long, and you click on the head, just as easy as that.
Yeah, and a tech call just here, so just looks like a mic issue, maybe a bit of a sound issue. They tend to be the go-tos. But I want to talk just quickly about what I was saying about this map. Not necessarily, it's not like a full press. You don't go, okay,
right,
we've got long, now we take rock, now we take tree, right? They took long, then you can either clear out upper bathrooms or you can forget about it. And with their execute that they just played, they threw a smoke on the front side of the dice box, which means if the CTs are playing aggressive in bathrooms or in banana, they won't be able to see the cross from long into site. Right, so they give themselves an avenue into bank, and that's how they choose to take the site, which isn't the most traditional way, right? Something a little bit different. You can see here Bit conferring with the Admingo right there, just to get things sorted, so we can get back into play. We do have the second map of IHC versus Furia underway as well. I won't spoil the score for you guys. Can go and check that out if you'd like, but it is taking place on Mirage, and if it does go to a third, it will be on Anubis, so the newest map in the pool getting some play. Oh, and here's the update for you. Like we prepared it. This one here is a tasty little morsel. IHC upsetting 16-14 on Nuke, their map choice. And I know I'm saying upsetting, but I don't think too many people expected IHC to be able to take a map off of major semi-finalists of Furia.
No, and you talked all about, I really loved your framing of IHC's days, in the sense that, previously they were looking simply to survive. And now, against Furia, they want to leave a mark. If you were to take down, as you aforementioned, major deep run Furia, then you're gonna really leave your mark. Not only that, you'll get to see you in the group stage. Oh, God knows, if you were to get to the Spodek, but one step
just won the round.
Time.
Oh no, no. It was very close.
2 seconds.
Almost just won the round.
Nearly.
Yeah, he's a Gary. I think he thinks they just got away with murder right now.
Yeah, but certainly already taking the map, it's one thing. It's going to be a whole lot more to celebrate if they can find one in the next two. I think you said Anubis was third.
Yes.
This Mirage is surely going to be a bit of an orky one.
It's harder to contain a team like Furia on a map like Mirage compared to a map like Nuke. But to see Furia on Anubis, I would love to watch that game. So if we get a 2-0 here, I know what I'll be doing, grabbing a bit more popcorn, and I'll be tuning into that one. Later today, we've got Spirit versus Sprout and Ents versus Complexity. And we'll basically be putting 4 teams through today to the group stage. We already have got our groups looking pretty set and ready, to tell you the truth. I'll be just bringing that up so I can make sure I get all the recent information. Looks like we're actually back underway. We'll do that later. We'll save that if we have another little tech issue. Let's get back into play. MIBR have taken attack. So attack, fix the issues, attack to have a talk.
And then they'll attack
Potentially. Based off what I was saying about Tuurtle, if he has the Silent Stem 4 on, he can purchase that right now, 2.9k. Got enough. They could get a scout in the hands of Henny. That is very possible. Insani still has armor, so he could look to upgrade that or buy himself a Famous as well. So starting to piece this one together, that could be the discussion that Bit is having here.
Yeah. No microphones can be used during the tech, so even sometimes just taking that tech afterwards to make sure everyone's back in the same page.
That might have been the problem with the tech. Might have been a mic issue, so we couldn't have taken the tack.
Goodness, my brain.
Tic-tacs.
Tic-tacs. They say there's zero sugar.
Well, why don't we try and sell the technical timeout or the tactical timeout or both of them to Tic-tac?
Oh, I love it. Actually legit. Okay, put that one in the PDF.
Get sales on the phone. All right, are they going to take the eco here? So not investing in anything. So I guess we'll find out what M4 Tuurtle has next round. Expect this one to be quite a walk in the park.
Appropriate. You know, there's some countries that have so much better playgrounds than I've ever seen in my life. Walking around Denmark, those kids are just given like full like jungle gyms, so many hazards. I just think their laws must be different over there. Like, we would be lucky to have 2 swings and some monkey bars.
Sounds like the UK sucks, dude.
I mean, it's upgraded now. Walking around my hometown now, I was very envious. They've even got zip lines in the park.
Check out this. So I went, no one else at home can see this, but this is Whale Park in Alkimos, Western Australia, right on the beach. I went here.
Is it a water park?
No, it's just a playground.
Sick.
Yeah, at the beach.
And you can just climb around and...
Yeah, do whatever you need. We got some...
Parkour.
Have a look, do some stuff.
Oh, it does look fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to the sand pit a lot.
Oh.
You have sand pits over there?
I did. I used to have a sand pit in my backyard.
There was one place that had a digger, you know, like a full mini digger.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Spent hours there.
Okay, having a bit of fun.
Yeah. It's the most physical labour I've probably done in my life.
Now you were seeing if it was for you.
Well, I had fun while I was doing it, but...
Still plenty of time. Maybe this won't work out for us.
Let's find out. Just like this probably won't work out for MIBR. We've been taking our time, going through the motions, and now Crims has drawn blood. It's 4 more.
I do like the reference of putting it in rounds like this. Like these are the ones that should be very, very simple.
No, he's just stabilising on the green. Haven't watched a single golf broadcast in my life.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Green.
But they like to lay down to look at like the different ebbs and flows in the terrain. And Adam Sandler likes to yell at the ball.
I really would like it if we could get to the point where Counter-Strike fans in arenas are giving it the golf clap. You know, when you win the eco, it's just a...
On an eco, you only want a golf clap. Or you mean the anti?
Yeah,
okay,
when you're putting it in.
Yeah,
You know, we
okay.
get the little,
Yeah.
As you should, as you should.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to see some, like, if someone, like, throws away a weapon in, like, a round,
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, managing his economy.
Detail,
He's managing his economy.
Very good little details. Okay, okay. Some key notes in this one. Maybe for the uninitiated, Tuurtle and Insani hoping to hold on to their Kevlar. Means they do not have to purchase it going into the next round. So that's the highlight right there of round number 2. Let's see if round number 3 has anything more exciting in store. But that is the start we're expecting from fnatic here.
I found the excitement, Jad. It's Overpass, where CT aggressive AWPers can have the most fun. And Henny, admittedly not the most aggressive of AWPers, but he's certainly been known to take an advantage of a good spawn or a surprising AWP. Henny is going to be dispatched early towards the A side of things. We might see a clash towards the fountain. The molly to contain will be extinguished. And Henny just going to be opting for a more passive stance. Can't say the same for Erenizan. Exactly. And he does draw blood. Not bad from Breno. mezii falls. Wasn't expecting such a forward position, but on the way out.
Okay.
Yeah, could have been a disaster. Roy handles it on the Galil. Should be able to grab himself an upgrade, or were they all Galils? I think they might have been.
Okay, well, look at the pressure, though, on Henny. He's had to relinquish any space for a pick, dropping back here. Now, an AWPer has the option. You know, there's a whole lot of different angles that he's able to apply himself to. Does have the support of Exit, who is now in the site to deal with Long. And this is the biggest issue. I preface this. I think if it gets into mid-round scenarios in 4v4s, I'm going to give the advantage to fnatic every day of the week. They've done a better job of outmaneuvering. Sinking into these late rounds, they look less flustered, more controlled. And right now, congregating outside of Monster for the B finish, Tuurtle and Insani, the two to defend here.
Yeah, Tuurtle's just banging his head off of the little roof. Getting that info. And now he's been spotted. How does he get himself out of trouble? Well handled, onto Crims. The first one in. Fasher to change things, can't handle Insani. Still falling apart for fnatic. Roy, again with the flip of the script. Still have to plant. Don't have to rush. Exit! Oh, that's a tough one.
Where'd his bullets go?
Lost him in the smoke, bulletproof smoke. Henny from short, we know he can clutch, but caught out. Nikados brings the fight to the AWP and caught off with his eye to the scope. Henny didn't get a chance. Exit certainly did, but Nikados lived on and profits. 3 from roeJ. Impactful starts in both maps, and he'll not make it 4. High impact round from roeJ, up to 3-0 for Fnatic's T-Star.
It was very well played until it wasn't there for MIBR, right? That little divider smoke, I remember highlighting that from Electronic about 4 years ago, right? You're basically channeling them into one side of the site, but they've opted to jump on through and take the fight here. This was the initial exchange with roeJ to kick off onto Brenno to get that trade back, and then, yeah, pushing the smoke, subverting the expectation, taking the duel, taking the space, and right here is where, yeah, it felt like Exit should have at least had a bit more damage available to him then. But if next gun round goes in a similar fashion, I think this might be a very, very quick map of Counter-Strike here for poor MIBR.
Oh, they definitely made a step. Fasher, all too aware. And he's aware of as well. Might be wise to stack on up with your boys. You've only got a couple of deagles.
I don't envy the 2 teams that are going to get placed in Group A. Let me just list off the names in Group A right now. And I know people are like, yeah, but Group B's got some good teams too. That's true. But these names just sound scarier. And perception, that's half the battle. Liquid, Cloud9, Na'Vi, G2, Big, and FaZe have to be joined by 2 more names.
What determines it? I mean, that's probably a silly question.
Seeds.
Yeah.
And placement through the play-in. Like if you came through in the first run, I think that would determine which kind of seed you get as well.
That's a nice angle.
It'd be great if we could have Michal Slovinsky explain it to everybody in a little video.
Yeah, and screw a video. I'd like a live Rushley style interview, you know, middle of an eco.
Okay, bring him in.
Throws him on the headset.
All right, can it be a better headset than Rushley's headset?
Yeah, it has to be.
Rush, is it better today?
Testing. Is it loud?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Bad.
It's better today.
I don't hate it.
Cast this round for us, Rush. 29
this
seconds.
boost looks good. Don't think it's going to amount to anything. The position of 7 is known and he's taken down. mezii, number 3, running up long, spots 1. Oh, what a shot from Crims. The age, it does not matter. Exit left in the side, misses the first. The bomb site is lost. It's all on Tuurtle. He's got a CZ. He's ready to go. 1v4. Machine, take it away.
You know what's funny? He said like age isn't an issue. Crims is like Rush is like 28 or 29, right?
He's the same age as Crims.
He's the same age as Crims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cheeky. I always
It
feel
is a
it's
little
cheeky.
bit. Yeah.
Wait, he's only 28?
He's 29.
He's been around 20 years.
It's true. It's true. It does feel like it. Rush has been observing him since 2014.
You know, you put your kids in those little bouncy bungees to keep them entertained.
Yeah.
His parents put him in a full computer desk, you know, straight away.
Classic Sweden.
Yeah, he was just in deathmatch from the age of 7.
And look at his skin. It doesn't age the day. Look at this here. He's got the...
Oh, right. We're not talking about his complexion. Okay, I was confused there. He does have, I mean, a magnificently good skin, you know. Maybe that's the
Is that the Neon Rider?
Yes, that's it. That's the one I think it's called.
The King of Kings.
Or is it Nivea? I think it's Nivea for men.
All right, the antics will end as the guns come out. Batter up.
Yeah, let's use some baseball reference. Let's keep making references to sports we know nothing about. That's great.
Okay,
Oh, it's
the strike, home run.
What's the one?
First base.
First base.
Pitcher.
We're doing well.
Catcher.
Catcher. You can't call him a catcher.
Margaret Thatcher.
Ah, yes. Ding dong.
Nikados. Up to bat right now with the AWP in hand.
How many smokes are up the map right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah.
They threw a lurk smoke monster early. That's usually a good way to bait a bit of CT utility there. Like force them to either play a little bit closer to monster, drop a couple pieces like incendiaries, make life a little bit more difficult. roeJ's only died once. I know it's only 4 rounds, but these have been a lengthy 4 rounds. And this makes sense. I want to pay credit to Fnatic here. They are playing this map exactly how they should. Defaults, nice and slow. Clear out every corner and then execute late.
So maybe we can actually just kind of outline those steps, because I was talking to Saw from Ents, and we were using Overpass as an example, and the amount of things he was like, that's standard, that's standard, that's standard, but it was the laundry list of standard procedures in order to just play the T side.
Yeah, well, maybe we can get it in the next gun round,
Exactly,
because
yeah.
the opening utility has been used here. roeJ right now is in the front bathroom smoke, and he's actually being flashed on through, so ready to take the fight, and this is... a chance for a duel, but this space right now has meant 3 players on A, 2 towards B, and a warning shot from Henny.
Well jiggled, well played. Roy is very threatening. He's forcing even more of the very limited utility out of their hands now. Breno relieves Roy of his head. Tuurtle tucked on sandbag should be set. Forced out by the flames. Now Crims makes a round out of this by finding the frag, perhaps. Oh, mezii deletes exit from the heavens. Now we will see a plant. We will see a retake. Breno and Henny coming in from the L block. We got Insani very low on short. Don't really see how Insani's going to have impact. Crim's lucky to be alive after Breno's first contact.
Missed the flash. Oh, no. They missed the flash to set up that kill. Crims takes down Breno. That'll be the round. That was a 5-on-3 situation. And again, that sinking feeling for MIBR really starting to take shape here.
That's the best shot we've seen. 2 openings in the bathrooms area.
And if you're going to get 2 opening kills and then still lose out on the B bomb site, what else and not be able to retake? I know there was an unforced error of missing that flash right there, a little detail that could have changed the round, but still, you're already 5 rounds in the hole on the CT side of Overpass here, and I can tell you, this shot here is an absolute beaut onto exit. And yeah, with the missed flash, you can see how easy it is for Crims, just whack-a-mole from the pit position. Here it is again. That is a nice shot from mezii, an important kill to make as he does get that bomb down. So good stuff here. MIBR with the loss bonus can buy again, and maybe we can, frustration starting to set in, understandably so. Maybe we can take a look at some of this utility bit. Another standard play, the quad boost to get a little cheeky heaven pick here. I think the train will come by before Nikodos gets a chance, so there is the dismount. We'll have MC on some of the cams here, so he'll be able to help us out when I call out key pieces of utility. Now, if they operate with the bathroom smoke and divider molly, a player who is ahead of that right now will be Henny with the AWP. You can see that strange, I want to say, it's not an off angle, he's in the connector position, but the util won't push him back, right? He's kind of committed if they throw what I'm talking about.
Like a 3-1-1 is almost compulsory, even
if they go through long here, Alex, though, right? This is on a timer. If they were to just go through long, they've completely lost the sight, right? So there's the front bathroom smoke and there's the molly, but they do need to contend with connector.
Yeah, they have no answers there yet. Crims is going to go looking. But against the AWP, I don't fancy his chances. Henny, no stranger to a flick of the wrist. Oh dear! Lets it go and pays a heavy price for the repeak.
This is beautiful. Clearing out connector.
They're actually ready for it. Perfect shot. That's the first time we've seen Fash's name in the feed. And feed he does. Feasts upon Insani. You've killed 2 there. Would you really expect a 3rd?
They seem to have a pretty good idea that somebody else might be home, running into exit. He can't get anything done either. And, well, there goes Breno. 2 players left. It's gonna... No, Breno's gone. Sorry, Henny dropped from the server. It is just Tuurtle.
Ooh.
And this one's getting ugly now.
Yeah. A perfect round from fnatic in the sense that 5 still alive. 6-0. And I think it's easy when there is a discrepancy in terms of map strength to this extent. I can't help but put myself in MIBR's shoes, and I'm replaying the rounds I should have won on Vertigo. Now, like as soon as I'm dead, I'm going, oh my god, we could have been on, like that 3rd map could have been guaranteed. All those missteps, all of those slight fumbles. Crims will make another into, what is that now, 7. So Roy and Crims doing everything required of them here on this T side, and a spotless run from fnatic.
It's systematic, right? And you can only sing the praises of fnatic during this entire T-half so far. They're doing everything by the book, as they should. Everything they practice is coming to fruition. You haven't needed crazy individual moments to make this possible. And you can see the double swing, right? They take the swing from the low ground initially, then the high play comes out, the molly as well to lock them in. And you think it's so frustrating. What are you meant to do if you're Henny? You either hit the first shot or it's all over. And then Insani knows he needs to try and help out Breno. He pushes through to try and isolate the fight against Fasha. And they still just keep Breno pinned. And speaking of pin, Total behind the smoke. So it's feeling miserable right here.
Yeah, it's tough. Gonna have to be able to just reset. Obviously, all it takes is, well, I'll say, winning a round with a AWP on Henny and Deagles around it certainly would be the first step in that direction. Is it going to be an uphill struggle? Looking at how fnatic are approaching this. I mean, you just saw it from Henny's POV. No one could have helped him from that side. There was a divider molly, a smoke towards the toilets, and it was just him. Up against 2 different elevations. That's fnatic manipulating the percentages. Now, that's a smoke that will be lurked around. Crim's going to be able to evade this info from Henny. Won't have hurt the dismount, but a 4-man stack with these pistols and the AWP.
Yeah, this really needs to change now. I just did some quick maths here. It's about 2.16 recurring kills, I think it is, for MIBR per round. So let's just round down to 2. 2 kills per round in 6 rounds of play.
It's not an average you want to work with.
No, and think about the pistol. They got the consolation frags, but they didn't really hold mean a lot because the bomb was already going to blow up,
That's
right?
So it's even less, it's less exciting than the unexciting number you just gave us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not going well whatsoever. And it's not like they...
I'll tell you something, Chad.
Yeah?
It looks like 4 people are about to try and hit the stacked bomb site.
Okay. Well, let's get excited about this one, shall we?
I'm willing to, after this barrage of flashes, doesn't flash Henny and he gets 1 pop. Let's see. 3 AK-47s maneuvering through. No, his flash. Henny's not blind, and Henny is going to hit that first. Second as well, dancing around the pillar. fnatic evacuate immediately. There's an AWP. Nowhere in their mind did they anticipate the big zoom banger. They've maneuvered there already, up towards the truck. 19 seconds. Nikados is calling B clear. This is so cheeky, so reactive. Have they got the time? Fasha in underpass, 10 seconds. Now Nikados will activate, cancels the rotation. Caught by exit, you need to plant now. And they're losing bodies, only Fasha up against 4. MIBR, give it a good shot, a good shake of the stick, and Henny launches them into their first CT round.
All right, that'll get you to make a bit of noise, right? Just that AWP comes into play, and it was a contact up short. They thought they found the path of least resistance. They walk into the AWP, and I can't believe that late rotation back towards B. It worked. They got the bomb down, sure. If Nikados had been able to get this second impact kill here as they were rotating through, could have really been a nuisance, but exit, that's a essential frag to make. Otherwise, Nikados could have held them at the door and made sure that they could set up into this post plant. It's 3 timeouts for MIBR within the first 7 rounds of play here, so they've burnt through them very, very quickly, and Nikados knows if he was able to hit that shot, it could have been yet another round, but they've been able to draw blood. Is that enough to get the party started? No issues for fnatic here. I'm sure they're more than happy with the 6 so far. Just take a bit of a deep breath. Get ready to go through the paces once more. Back to that default spread, and this is it. You might need to continue to have players looking for a bit more flair like Henny, but you need to partner up. You can't just be sending out on solo missions against these type of plays from fnatic. And here we go. If we're going to have a conversation about this map, it needs to continue. Lurk smoke dribbled across here. You can see this bouncing through, and it gives the T something to operate behind, and that might come into play later. Right now, you don't see anything. It's just expending more utility. It seems like a threat, but when mezii decides they want to do a pop through that monster play, and MIBR have called the bluff and maybe they don't expect it, that's when they can really punish. You can see here Tuurtle just has no idea what lies behind.
Right, and it's Tuurtle now getting accustomed to it being there and having nothing behind.
Precisely.
There's a couple of repetitions of him going, oh, okay, empty threat. fnatic go back to what works, which was everything, aside from the previous.
Yeah, walking into an AWP dry, usually ill-advised.
You never want to go in dry. Breno. Side by side, both unannounced, both unaware. The question is where that contact comes from first. The flash is designed for that exact fight. Henny cannot provide support, and they will isolate the duel. They are running into this site, no counterplay whatsoever. Double on the way in, 2 separate flashes, and a round that will hurt to concede. You don't feel like you got a single chance. I'm blind, he's dead, I'm blind, I'm dead. Round's over. Nikados, mezii, with those flashbangs.
Well, let's see how mean fnatic want to be here. Bomb yet to be halfway ticked. They can start to have a little bit of a look. Crims is making sure they haven't evacuated to T-spawn. Nikados making sure they don't come up connector. Fasha, mezii, roeJ, all investigating now.
Look at the minimap. They're coming from every angle.
Clamping down.
Just choking them out. Good find.
Oh, no.
Exit, not.
Oh, no. Come on. Oh, dear. Well, he'll take the 2 kills. He loses everything, sure, but they take a lot of casualties with them, surprisingly. So the hunt probably not worth it there for fnatic when you consider how many bodies dropped. Poor Exit. I guess he makes the best of a bad situation, but here's the round starting and ending. You can see here about that 40-second mark. Breno can't cover 2 angles from that position, and he's completely blind. You don't get easier kills than that, unless they're maybe these. So, still enough money for another MIBR buy, but fnatic with one more round, they've won the half on the T side of Overpass.
Yeah, winning the T half in 9 rounds, certainly not too shabby. Different look to this one. On both sides of the coin.
Just highlighting here that Smoke was MC, just to show that they have to throw that if the door gets blown open. Breno, blind. Story of his life.
Yeah, poor guy.
I need to get on the phone with Mr. Beast.
Give him a call.
There we go. That's a pop culture reference, everybody.
I'm so proud of you.
Boomer Birchall.
The Boomer Birchall's on the Mr. Beast.
Keeping up with the kids.
Poor old Exit. He is the next victim, I reckon. Hard committed to this. Very little trade potential. You can see insani with his knife out, just desperately hoping to get information. But fnatic doesn't have to be a full commit. It certainly doesn't have to now. With Crims going down, the flashes, though, they are just charging in and isolating Jules independently. Exit onto roeJ. They have the sight. Exit's known on long, so Tuurtle, everyone looks to him, or is searching for him at the bare minimum. The forward push leaves Tuurtle low. Asher finishes his snack. Oh, and that's that. Nikodos gets the info.
Come on.
I'm coming.
Come on now, Exit. Where are you going?
Oh, the door is locked. They've thrown away the key. There is no exit. He's crossed toilet side long, and he hasn't left long. Yeah, it's a play park, all right, but not for kids. It's for fnatic. One, Nikodos sorts it. Straight to the face, 8 for fnatic. That is an insane return to form after a back and forth vertigo. Felt like we had a competitive affair. fnatic's map pick, though, proving otherwise.
Did kind of have this sinking feeling after map 1 went the way it did. Because fnatic, this is home turf, right? Unless this is your permaban against them, then you're always going to be in a lot of trouble. And Overpass, it doesn't get a huge amount of play. It's not like a Mirage or Inferno.
Yeah, it's not something they're going to have all of the repetitions as ironed out.
Exactly, and when you have a team who's just so good at the default like fnatic, like it's so worked through. Here we go. No lurk smoke this time, but it will be a B pop. And, well, they've stacked the other side.
It's perfect. Why are we not nervous? When you've pushed Fountain, and I guess it's smoked, but...
Yeah, but it's still so quiet. Well, that's something.
That is more than something. Insani, if you can get back over to short as well, he can provide support. Tuurtle's with him. Oh, Insani! 2 from the FAMAS up short. fnatic now. Little off kilter. Nikodos, he's posted. It's a hard shot to take on the exit of the door, but they're going to actually opt for the boost. This is a bit of a role reversal. The CT's boosting into the B site. Fasher on site. Doesn't really need to move too far. They got a smoke. They got a kit. You have to work this out as a squad. Investing 2 players into this boost makes sense so long as you can get people set up for the final push. You're going to have to make a move. It's smoke for now. Tuurtle trying to smoke the bomb. Can work in 2 ways. Onto the bridge instead.
Save, boys. Please. Please save.
They shall not. And they will get shreked.
That smoke actually helped fnatic. It meant they didn't have to worry about anybody coming out from spawn to take those fights. They're not to know. They don't know how much territory has been taken. They don't know how many of them were noted over there into that water position. But this is...
He gave it his all, he did. He really did. I mean, the first is lovely, the second well-placed despite the flash, and... fnatic, they make that 3v4 look like it was in their hands the whole time. Like, there was no question.
It's very difficult as well to get hugely excited for Fnatic in this situation because they were the favored team. All I can continue to say is they're playing like a very, very solid Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
They don't need the individuals to be popping off. Everybody's doing their job when they need to. They're trading well. They're going through the routines. Here's mezii going to get hooked up with a freebie. Crims goes down for good measure, but they're still in.
Flashes are so good. Like, everyone is just either got a bullet or a flashbang to their face.
Yeah, very good util usage. I think we were happy with how Fnatic were wielding their nades, especially for damage on the CT side of Vertigo, and now the flashes, a key component here of a map like Overpass with so many different open fights available across the map.
It is Nikados. I mean, he's doing so much of it. 15 effective flashes, which is, well, yeah, almost more than the entirety of MIBR combined.
Swing and a miss right there, but I don't think it's going to cause too many issues. His exit, he is meant to be the clutch player for this team, but I don't think he's going to find too much with this scout in hand. Breno's even decided to back off a little bit here as well. But I think we just have to kind of simmer in this.
Yeah.
Just take a look at the disparity here between the two teams on this map choice. I think it's a curious conversation to have as well because Fnatic, they did great on Overpass versus OG, but then they got blown out of the water on the next two maps, which were, I believe one of them was Inferno. And Fnatic are going to have to fix up a couple of their issues on, and if they want to make a deeper run here within the group stage, it's going to be coming up tomorrow. We don't have any pauses here. It gets straight into, well, media day today, started as early as 10 AM. Teams arriving, Outsiders, I thought they were the first cab off the rank. G2 rocking up. We got to see all the faces. And, well, whoa, inseparable at the half as the pistol round for Furia versus IHC kicks off. And IHC managed at least a little bit of something. And the frustration for Furia, yeah, this will be a heartbreaking loss for them. There's been a lot of discussion about the team. Why haven't they made any roster changes? Anyway, let's focus right here, right now.
Yeah, this looks like it's got some pace behind it. Tuurtle and insani cowering in fear and flashbangs. Fast up onto the bridge. Nice from Fasha. mezii as well connects, and there's only one man left on the side. roeJ in hot pursuit. Okay, Tuurtle 2. Dead now, of course. Right? Yeah, mezii will post his second. And things will slow down only for a moment. Henny got a decision to make. Considered the extinguished, no need. As he lines up to try and deny with a nade. If Fasha was to plant, sure. They'll premature. Safe plant from the nades. Fasha's done his job, his duty. And an 11th looms. Oh, that's a nasty spread. Henny, that's been heard. Trapped by that temporarily, but doesn't look like he'll be allowed to elope.
That bullet wasn't far off either.
Was it?
So, Nikados with a couple of warning shots on the spam. Henny and Exit looking to save. They're really out of rounds here. 11 rounds on the T side.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. The game is over.
Yeah. Throw the towel.
I don't want to be that guy. But if you play Counter-Strike at a level higher than matchmaking, sorry, not trying to be an elitist, you will know that this game is done. It is donezo. This is just stat padding for the Fnatic players. Maybe you picked them in your fantasy teams.
Are they on your fantasy? That's the question.
Maybe you're getting a couple more points. Otherwise, I don't know. I want you to stick around. I want you to enjoy the game, but...
It does look like IHC Furia is a bit of a banger.
Yeah, maybe have us on both screens.
Yeah.
You know, don't forget about us.
No, please don't. But, like, I understand.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like...
I won't fault you.
Yeah. Last time out. This is the last moment Bit really gets with the boys until after the game. Key to, of course, activated as well.
And when it ends like this for MIBR, it does make it a little bit harder for us to go, you know, the good result. Because remember, we casted their game against NIP with a stand-in, which was a very winnable match.
Yeah.
So then to go home from Katowice from the play-ins with only defeating Greyhound, and they spanked him on that third map, that's going to feel good. It's definitely things to build on here. I have like insani, he's been a highlight here. Breno having a rough go right now, but those two pieces of the puzzle could be quite tidy going forward. It's nice to see Henny at least having a couple of moments, right? I know only there's 3 kills, but 2 of them secured the round that MIBR have won. And here's that lurk smoke being used.
Yeah, let's see what Tuurtle's reaction to it is. He goes all the way around and inside it. takes down Crims from behind. That is probably the best solution to it after catching the timing on that. Now, he doesn't really have the faculties to cross back to site. Nikodos posted up. More and more we're seeing opt to adopt this angle. Just because it really limits the CT's reactionary options. If mezii comes knocking on Monster, Tuurtle will just have to fight. Admittedly, it is a bit of a crossfire established, or rather just two insani on that pillar. Nikodos hoping for an overstep.
This should be good for a second, I think. Yeah, Nikodos is dead. Any second now. Oh, okay, he's still alive. The bullets haven't got it just yet, but Tuurtle, there you go. He will oblige.
Oh, if roeJ catches the timing here, just like that, Henny tucked in the toilets. Gonna be having his head on a swivel. Still handles Fasher in the second. Oh,
Henny's saw him.
Asleep at the wheel. Didn't catch a glimpse. Still doesn't look like it's gonna have anything to cry about. Teammates will scavenge up that ult for him, and no harm, no foul. A second round for MIBR.
Getting a strong shell on that B-bomb site is Tuurtle, two big ones. He's able to ward them off, send them towards A, and secure the second round of play, but an 11-4, yeah, oh, two flashes to help for this push here. They really wanted to make sure Crims was blind. And it was sketchy here, touch and go for a moment, but Tuurtle knew he had him dead to rights, and even as the flash came on through, still picks up the kill. Nikodos a little bit disappointed with how that one unfolded. Shouldn't be too much cause for frustration with how the game has been unfolding.
Henny occupies long. It's a good position. Hasn't been up there too often and given the chance. mezii will now be on the way to punish. Not particularly repelled by that orb shot. Instead, seems attracted to it.
Yeah, good decision there from Henny as well, because they mollied front bathroom, so he wouldn't have been able to escape. That's thinking on your toes. Good little maneuver. Means he can reposition and take another fight.
And that fight will come from remains to be seen.
Tuurtle's done a good job, though, sending them back to investigate A. 3 players here.
Common setup on Overpass for those CTs. Breno catching any banana, funny business, and Henny holding his teammate. 35 as the bomb scooped up, and it does look like Henny's going to be the first to be tested. Nice frag, and Breno goes wide for the second. That's lovely. An effective setup, looking to end strong. Or stronger, I'll say. Breno, he's having a game here, or rather a round. It's been a tough one for him here on Overpass. And now, Nikodos, the perpetually frustrated, alone.
And looking for the save here. 9 seconds remaining, make that 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in the hunt. Starting to come in, could be a little bit of damage here as far as the orb goes for the following, but they've kept it at arm's length. That is the third now, and some consecutive confidence going into halftime would be fantastic here for MIBR. I know I said it's done and dusted. It is Counter-Strike, anything is possible. It's just extremely unlikely here. But change the nameplate. Could be outsiders in the server here, couldn't it?
Certainly.
I think they would actually have been a bit more proactive.
If anything,
they definitely would have been a bit more proactive.
I think they're more aware of the gaps they're creating, perhaps, or more willing and interested to take any of those proactive maneuvers. But yeah, I mean, fnatic, you really cannot fault the default. At least not until MIBR have now posted 2 consecutive defensive rounds. It was 11-1. Will the 11-4 be a sufficient band-aid for a competitive attempt at taking it to 3? Or is it just a cosmetic comeback? Oh man, Breno's got 2 on his plate. Upon the fade, there should be 1 transfer, not far off. mezii equalizes down to 30. Bomb on his back. Let's see what his utility implies, because they're just pushing Monster right now. No one is housekeeping. Nikodos just sitting way back T-spawn stairs.
I think they're really just expecting MIBR to be constantly aggressive, and they've tapered that somewhat. I know there's a push coming through now, but there's no W key being held, well, without the shift key in play as well here, so they are actually in a little bit of trouble here, fnatic, as far as round 15 goes. There will be a fast flank. Insani might be able to scoop up a couple. He's hearing some of these nades get thrown.
Yeah, if Exit gets one would be great, and provided. mezii finished off the hard work of Breno. Complete. Plant in. Henny unchecked from long. Insani, good for the first onto Dice. It's only Fasher and Insani. Quick for the fourth. Okay, well, that's somewhat of a recovery. A hard graft ahead, an elimination on the menu. MIBR, they have to win this next map. Overpass second half, a must win. Join us after the break.
What's he doing? That's tough. That is tough. He must have just lost focus for a second. It's still fine for Fury. They've got money. But I like this call from IHC. You know that Art likes to fight in connector, and the timing of these A players was brilliant. As soon as the smoke fades, you know you're going to get the fight onto Art.
It's like respect. Sometimes it be like that.
Double up setup now for Furia. Big investment into this round. A again for IHC, and there's no one here for Furia.
This is curious. This is a
full retake.
This is a must-win round for Furia. Or if they save loads, then fair enough. But they are going to be broke if they lose everything in this round. They have to be so careful. Very dicey situation for them, but they're pretty close to the bomb site. They've got 2 guys in connector and 3 making their way through CT. With some good timing, they can pop into jungle if they want to. The pop flashes are here, the chain flashes, the grenades, Techno taking all kinds of grenades, and the trades here from Queserato. Perfect, 2 frags, man advantage for Furia as they press on. Where is he headed?
It's
all the way
default.
around? Surely not. Yeah, what are they going to do? They don't really have any of the angles now or any of the grenades, so they're going to have to frag out before the CTs get there. They've lost all position. They've lost all position. Queserato with another. They'll take all the kills. Are they on the bomb, though? Indeed, they are. Furia with the retake. 4 players alive. Crucial for them to press forward.
I can't believe the plant is default there for IHC. I thought they had that site so easily that they would get a slightly more open plant. Make it a little easier for yourself. Furia had 2 AWPs in that retake. That is always sketchy. But Queserato, their main man, deserves credit again. So much impact with those first 2 kills. And every round just looks like relief from Furia. They look so stressed right now. But the buy from IHC called into question. They go for the force and a fast B split on the cards.
In they go. 2 passing out. He saw the shadow.
Yeah, 2 teams are on the precipice of elimination. 1-0 up in both of the series on A and B streams simultaneously as we fly through our Hall of Heroes 4 and in preparation for the group stage. Last day as we play in. MIBR down in the dumps, fnatic 11 rounds up. MIBR 4 to boast as they head over to the harder side. It is going to be not even an uphill, maybe a vertical climb.
Yeah.
At this point, like fingertip holds. Now, there's another sport
no chalk.
I know nothing about. Yeah, no chalk, fingertip holds.
A bit greasy, bit wet,
Greasy.
moisture.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure that would be a problem.
I would say that Overpass T-side and Ancient T-side, well, maybe not now with the new Ancient T-side, two hardest T-sides in the game at the moment.
Yeah, and it's off to the races. Fasha clicking heads. 2 down, now mezii to mow down another. The dual Berettas connect, as always, insani a nuisance. 13, he's the one that never seems to say never.
See the Energizer Bunny.
He is. You had him too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't have to worry about
Who did Duracell have?
the battery. It was just a battery. Okay, that's the round. Out of energy, MIBR now.
Depleted.
Yeah, not rechargeable either. Smiles on the faces here. I think Fnatic know just how close they are to scooping this one up. No plant means most likely no force buy, and here's Fasha with the double up. See how blind they are, just jumping around like headless chooks. And the mop and bucket comes out as they did try to make a bit more of a passive stance, but rumbled by roeJ and Nikodos, and mezii getting happy with that one. Probably going to be happy to be out of here quite quickly out Fnatic. You want to keep games like this as quick as possible. You don't want to show too much your strat book. You don't have to be stressed out if you don't need to be. Give yourself a bit more time to relax, something to celebrate tonight before getting into the group stage tomorrow. And it will be the full eco from MIBR. So we'll call it 13-4 in about a minute and 30's time. Guns will come out. If MIBR are unable to convert as soon as those rifles come out, well, 14-4, have to take either another partial or a force. And one more gun round to defend their honor and try and take things home. That's the script, everybody.
Got it.
Didn't write it, but that's just how Counter-Strike goes. The other game does sound exciting, doesn't it? I can hear James and Hawker above us.
I'm intrigued.
Giving it some sauce.
It's the burst from the FAMAS is what I want.
You want the burst fire FAMAS?
Why is Nikodos not treating us to... Oh. Whoa. Hold your horses there, folks. A double for the T's, and insani is crazy. So, didn't clear his corner with his due diligence this time. mezii will put him quickly in the grave, and yeah, I mean, a P250 could be a threat. Not if mezii brings the fight to you, though. You don't get that extra advantage on the peak. One back from Tuurtle.
He's been good, though.
Yeah.
I give Tuurtle a crack in this 1-on-3 situation. Plenty of time to scoop the bomb, and even a chance onto Fasha. Good attempt. Made it a lot more costly than originally anticipated there, considering how light of an investment that was. Fnatic gonna have to scrape through the bottom of the penny barrel right now. Who's running around putting up all these big screens on the maps?
It's actually a green screen.
Is this like Banksy?
Yeah, he just goes, he spray paints a part of the wall green.
And then
And he bobs your uncle.
Okay.
Yeah, the rest is just technology, the magic
I realised he was into esports.
tech.
Damn.
Banksy and Robbo.
Robbo.
Yeah, that was his rival. Well, it's certainly a weapon advantage for MIBR. Let's see if they can find one in the round as well. This is essentially the determining factor of how cosmetic of a comeback it shall be. From 11-1 to an 11-4. Fnatic winning that pistol, though, really did put a bit of a dampener on things in the cosmetic department.
Strong push here.
Tuurtle as well, one of the highest flyers for MIBR with 94 ADR with 0 in round 18.
So they're working on their A default, and their B anchor just got removed. So now they have no idea what's going on the other side of the map. They're essentially flying blind, and Fnatic know exactly where they are. Oh, roeJ. Oh, roeJ just looks up at the right time, and insani does find Fasha short. Breno down now. insani looking to pin him, but roeJ to the back wall. See you later, Alligator. He's out of dodge.
Yeah, that's lovely, and they can just go ahead and dig their heels in now. It's going to get really tough. One flash, exit likely going to be set up by Henny, or vice versa. Can juggle, of course, but 2 on this site. Henny will clear out Monster, and now you expect to see that flash be thrown out. Or just doing it dry. I mean, I guess they have this duel. roeJ in a commonly aimed angle and well handled. It's only the one. Crims quick to the draw in the response. 3-on-1. 15 seconds, and yeah, exit options very minimal. Crims, solid hold. He just wants to get into that group stage and get his moving and shaking on in Katowice, very familiar soil for the King of Kings.
Yeah, it feels like we can't have a Katowice without Crim, so good to see the team making the progress required of them. And this is the thing, we haven't had any upsets so far in terms of teams not making it, right? The 4 who made it initially through, yeah, those are teams you'd expect. And the 4 coming into today's matchups, I think the only one where you might have a conversation is Sprout versus Spirit. However, the Furia IHC game might have just changed that discourse.
We shall see. Tech9s, Deagles, early access to short water. An extra man here, though. You got mezii setting his boys up with a belt load of utility. HE's the first to connect. Tuurtle and Breno cut down. Tuurtle in and out. Let's see. Fasha shaking it about. Gets away. Covered by Crims just from the barrels. Shooting Brazilians in a barrel. And so 15, 2 frags away. It's Henny and Insani. They have got some territory to work with, but what can you do? You've got smoke in front of your face and 3 CTs staring at the other opportunity. Insani not with you. And Henny out of the round, so no fun to be had.
Give him the ace.
An armored Deagle ace.
Oh, it's only... no,
4.
never mind, I can't count. Come on, man.
So there's a reason we work in this industry.
Yeah, simple maths, not my strong suit. Well, it's not the ace regardless. Yeah, look, if Furia get through, they're 9th in the world, Fnatic are 10th in the world. We've got roeJ through as 11th, Cloud9 as 12th, and oh dear.
Holy moly.
Oh dear.
Holy moly. Black beans and guacamole.
They are cooked.
That's spicy.
They are cooked. IHC, ranked 36th in the world, are about to beat Furia at rank 9 to take a spot in the group stage. With Bartak standing in for Cabal. Maybe you won't be standing in much longer.
Yeah, maybe Bartak's holding his own on the big stage. Insani as well in that list as he finds his 16th frag, but Fnatic looking for their 16th round. A little bit of an aggressive reaction to the loss of roeJ early. You lose info connector, you take some info monster. And that will limit their options for MIBR.
Look where the bomb is. Oof.
That's tough death.
Yeah, and now, especially with what I just mentioned, Crims is about to have a surprise. And, well, Christmas, it's a long ways away. Thank you very much. I'll take this frag and the bomb. I spoke a little bit too soon, didn't I?
Ooh.
Oh, they have the bomb. And they have a number of advantages. They gallivant swiftly back towards A. Currently residing Nikodos and mezii, the AWP at range. Nikodos' mouth is moving. I think he spotted something on the jump here. This is for the finish.
Ooh, Nikodos just missed his window there. He will have a glance at Long, gets the info. That was the bomb carrier. He knows. He's called it and will play. Oof, I was going to say passive. He has to go for something now. Waits for Fasha. Maybe the orb's a bit more valuable than the round at this point. You don't really have a shot at it.
Okay. Well, I thought they would have given this one a crack here, but if you're the coach, Keita, and you're Samuelson, you're quite happy with how this is unfolding. Hey, they haven't taken any silly risks. They didn't just run in and try and fight in a 2-on-4 situation that they couldn't win. They're going to save. They're going to try and close out on the next round of play. There's still plenty of money on the spread, so you're happy, right? They're doing it by the book. They're doing it as they should. When you have a commanding lead, don't give them any options to get back into it. And one way to start that would be giving up guns for free. So understand it's not the most exciting way for Fnatic to try and close things out, but it's definitely the right way. But this would be an unspeakable comeback. It would have to be 10 more consecutive rounds to go to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, this would be...
It'd be a collapse from Fnatic as well.
Yeah, it would be a full intervention from a higher mystical power.
All of Brazil right now have their hands in the air doing the spirit bomb.
No, you know, like the
channeling their energy.
Link of hands across the country. All the way to Katowice. It's a nice flash, and Nikodos probably wants to get the hell out of there. I say as he sticks around and has a glance over the smoke. Still just needs the one bullet if he wanted to find lethality. Still, roeJ happy to be parked behind the stairs.
He should molly here to at least divide the fight.
Yeah, and insani, his gun barrel is going to block roeJ's model entirely on the clear. No idea.
Good trade. Exit's drawn one back here, giving them something to work with. Seem a little bit worried. Doors blown off, short, a problem. There's that front bathroom smoke. No divider molly. No need, as quite a passive stance from fnatic here. 2A. 2B, currently in a boost configuration. You can see here Crim's trying to be a little bit cheeky with it. A flash to dissuade anybody creeping through Monster, but it looks like it will be another A finish. And just with how passive nikodos and mezii are playing, with some well-placed utility, one smoke either towards bank or the drop-down position, and molly into the other. Could see them making their way in, but yeah, you're right. It is a gamble stack here to close. 30 seconds, mezii having a look.
If Nathani's watching, he's very proud. And there's some answers for him. Already looked like he was about to set up utility. Lots of bodies closing in onto mezii. He's been run down. Tuurtle will seize the advantage for MIBR. Looking to extend it with only 15 seconds, though. Things can go wrong. You need to clear your corners, otherwise Crims will come alive. 10 seconds bomb plant. No real contest. The wall bang not far off the mark. Couldn't quite hit the shot, and only nikodos now. MIBR weather the second of these relentless storms. 10 rounds in a row required of them. It will be 9 upon explosion. And a comeback of sorts happening elsewhere as well. We saw about that B stream. Hanging on by a thread, our Furia.
Oh, the timing on that one. nikodos could have had a freebie right there and vice versa, but he is already pinned in. You can see Exit with this around the world maneuver here. nikodos is low. He will have to continue to move away from this bomb, and that will likely be his undoing. Sound cue. Mandatory. Exit. I think you heard him, my friend. Just run. Try as you can. And Tuurtle and Exit both go down there, but it's not the end of the world. They have to buy every round from this point forward anyway. But yeah, it's surprising to see fnatic in a passive stance in both bomb sites, right? They were literally in the sight of both sites. They were stacked up.
And you spawn at one of them.
Yeah, so to not have any real information until mezii went for that play where it felt like maybe he could have had a little bit more done. They have definitely given an opportunity for MIBR to start whirring into action here. I think they survived that one. I think I heard so dangerous.
So dangerous.
So dangerous. I think. This one, however.
2 and 3. Henny teaches us how to count with a 4th. And now the nikodos P2K 1v3, a pipe dream. We will see 7. And at least it was quick. You know, courtesy of MIBR. They got that one done nice and quick. Handled it neat and tidy. Oh my.
Oh, the distance. This is one of the hardest things for a new team.
Closing on the T side.
Exactly right. This is where the nerves and the pressure and everything we talk about really comes into fruition for the underdogs here. And for Furia, we know that they love a good comeback. Now, I know there's no crowd behind them to really will them forward. Exactly. Timeout has been taken here, curiously enough, and it's the first by fnatic. That just tells you how easy this game has been thus far. The fact that they're taking their first timeout when the scoreline is 15-7 in their favor. Just want to discuss through how they want to close out this game. Maybe try something and just, look, use your spawn, send too long, take a fight, have, you know, the standard stairs, molly, couple of flashes over, take the jewel, see if you can just finish it in a crash and a bang and make it all come tumbling down for MIBR. Enough of just sitting back wanting to finish.
That is just the way of the warrior with Counter-Strike. You can win so many convincing rounds, but it only takes one. And as we know, a round can be determined by a single play, a single mistake, a single nade, a single click of the mouse.
Pretty fortunate they didn't go with an aggressive A play. MIBR have their sights set on B here. Lurk, smoke, exit, taking some space.
Let's see what Fasha's got for it. 3 on the site. Long distance spray, quickly traded. Crimson Fasha, not aware of short. He's been caught off. Dutchman down. Crims maybe can have a go at the round as he's losing teammates left and right. Insani onto nikodos. Puts it 2v. Okay, well, Insani definitely unwilling to go home. He's been having too much fun.
All right, I'm getting excited now. Let's keep this up. They're throwing fnatic around the server here. Absolutely. giving him the beans right now. That clap from Gary, I think that means we are potentially headed to overtime over there in the Furia versus IHC camp.
Overtime. Not a conversation we should be having, I'm sure, right? fnatic, definitely not interested in a conversation like that, and so many more rounds to play with. This is for Shadow.
Yeah, and then when it does, you know, when it's 15-14, we didn't think it was possible. They all ruled them out.
Okay, we're breaking the fourth wall too much, Chad.
Sorry.
Yeah. Put it back in the bag. Put it back in the bag. Well, that was insani. Was that his 20th frag? Where is he at now? 20 frags for insani. He's actually the highest fragger in the server, which is mad considering what the scoreline's been throughout.
Well, he's been great throughout, right?
Yeah.
You love to see some insani, don't you? Maybe he's what Furia needs.
Don't you dare, these poor boys. Imperial are picking them apart, and then you're saying Furia are just going to come and swoop in the response?
There's so many good players from Brazil. They're just not on, you know, all
What,
in the
so
right
MIBR
place.
becomes the new farm team? The new
Someone has to
sprout of
be.
South America.
Someone's got to be. Until you start slapping back. Get Tommy to get that checkbook out. Right now, he's penny pinching.
So a fnatic, just Deagles. Not just the Deagle in Fash's hands, apparently.
Not like this, though, boys. Come on, though. Don't not like this. This is a gut punch. Not like this.
They're quaking in their boots, Chad. They're quaking in their boots. It's insani that caught a big dink from roeJ. Not the player you want to see losing a little bit of his creative freedom off the back of that.
Fasha has the AK and the Kevlar here, so at least he's got something to work with. It looks like they want to take this fight over towards A head-on. All four remaining of fnatic now starting to creep and crawl.
Insani's walking straight into this trap. Oh, one body shot would do. One to his fingertips would do. And that slipped by the wayside for fnatic.
Nice clear. Good shot from Exit. They should be into A now.
Nothing more. Apart from that AK of Fasha. He started this round with a bang, and he looks to receive one.
He was trying to turn the flash.
He was on his way out of the door. Nikados.
Time.
Hold your horses. He spots out. Exit. No, it's one Toilers. That was the low HP. Still insani. Good for the frag. Should be fine. Crims. What's the long player? Are they assuming that? Will that be considered? One truck, one likely toilets. Crims pieces it together. Insani's head spotted, and now he's being cheeky. Waits for the bait. Insani down. Looking to close for fnatic. Secure the group stage. This reposition, he's getting nervous, thinking he's being walked upon. This timing makes his palms a little sweaty. Exit goes wide, and Crims unable to provide. We will go again.
Oh dear, Bit having a giggle there. Knows that Breno shot was absolutely, he shouldn't have been getting away with those type of antics, but that would have been a miserable finish to a forgettable game. But they do hold on. They continue to push the issue, and Fasha going to show us what he had in that round. Definitely some impact, him coming through the smoke, finding the second, but that Breno shot was just wild, and Crims taking his time there and almost caught off guard.
I mean, it would be a very different round if that smoke was not still up. My goodness. He had a good idea where they both were, and even had one dead to rights in his sights and waited.
Well, MIBR have had some great success with these standard rounds, but you can see how reserved fnatic have been. They still have so many opportunities to hit the big red button, try more aggression. They're just playing very, very standard plays. 3-2 starts, no real over-aggression as far as pushes go on gun rounds. Oh, insani chipped down to 8 HP, very low here.
Heard that. Oh, Breno, 2 for 2 on the bangers. roeJ out of the round. And he's going for answers. Hesitant, doesn't want to throw the advantage away. Would rather the smoke comes out first. Exit to provide. The whole squad behind on long. Just insani going to hold that rotation through the connector. Will limit the rotation for fnatic. And I'll say rotation, it's only going to be just mezii.
They've struggled on A.
Yeah, and it's only Nikados. I thought mezii would be coming, but maybe he doesn't need the help. Nikados want to slip the net. Hallen gets the info on the jump. Cheeky with it. Rotates in. They still don't believe him. Nikados, alone, holding off the whole squad, just staring at him. Finally, he's got some aid on the way, but it's a little too late because the site is now MIBR's. Smoke towards the bin. Plant to come in. Henny responsible. Setting up the boost. This could be cool. Timing of it. Henny is still yet to plant. He's taking his sweet time about it. mezii will be set up for success. And he's got to truck just in time.
He's going to be pinned to truck, though.
He's not going to be expecting this on his jiggle, that's for sure.
Barrel spotted.
How restrained is he going to be? Long. Crossing. mezii. Fragging. Henny does not get the response frag. Needs to find one here up close and personal with the AWP. It's not the weapon for the job unless you're Henny. And from behind, Crims. Leap and bound towards 16. Only Henny. Missed shot. GG. MIBR will not play another day. Cancelled by fnatic. We get to see them in the group stage. Top 10 in the world. And another one added to that list.
Yeah, a bit of a laboured close there from fnatic, but it was always their game. That was a great first half on the T side. They took care of business, defaults after defaults, just showing their class on Overpass and why it's their home map. Vertigo a bit more competitive in that affair, but Kita, the coach, got to be happy with that. The boys took care of business. They did it the right way.